Your story is about to begin, but first choose what you want to look like. I don't know. Gonna go by default. I look amazing. Let the story begin. Fine, but I want to see other outfits. Fine, but I want to see other hairstyles. Amazing. Let's go. Episode 1, Finding Wings. There was a bright light, and for a moment I couldn't see anything. I began to step forward, but I nearly fell. There was no ground in front of me. A few stones broke loose, and I fell into a void. As my vision cleared, I could see a waterfall in the distance. Where am I? Looks pretty. The water gurgled, hissed, but there was something strange about it. It was rising, not falling. I must be sleeping. It was comforting thought, but everything felt so real. Behind me stood a forest with the gigantic trees stretching their branches towards an endless sky. I turned around and looked down again. Act! I heard the voice in my head, and all around me at the same time it roared like thunder or like the striking of a gong. I immediately understood that something terrible would happen if I disobeyed. I had to act. The choice you make now will change the course of the story. Some choices change the plot slightly, others lead to more significant changes. So I jumped into the abyss, headed into the forest. I guess no tutorial steps / icons next to your choices, so... Okay. Jumped into the abyss, why not? If you think you're sleeping, why not? Your choices influence the story. People can't die in their dreams. The fall will wake me up. I took a few steps back and took a running jump off the ledge. She gonna die. The void welcomed me into its arms. My heart pounded in my ears, and I froze in panic. This is a dream. I'm gonna die. Fear took over. My hands reached out, desperately grabbing for anything that might save me. I closed my eyes, unable to bring myself to face death. Suddenly, I heard something behind me. I was slowing down. I stopped and began to rise, and then realized that I was moving something. Wings. I was moving them intuitively. I started laughing, both in panic and disbelief. This is crazy. As I rose higher, Earth's outline appeared below me. But as soon as my feet touched the ground, my wings fell away, feathers drifting off like autumn leaves, leaving nothing behind. The world around me began to flicker, sway, dissolve like a passing mirage. Then the flickering stopped, and I was back on the ledge. Some choices increase value of glory. High or low glory can dramatically change the plot of your story. I heard short, deliberate clapping behind me. I flinched and turned towards the sound. You seem evil. Bravo, Dad. To jump into the void is a brave act, even for one who believes they were dreaming. Who are you? Your choice inspired admiration. As if it were his answer, he sprayed the wings on his back. My name is Gerald. A woman and a young man emerged from the forest. The strange creature followed them joyfully, bouncing up and down. Is that a dragon? How lovely. Congratulations on passing the test. The guy silently sized me up. What's going on? Am I dead? Wow, she's quick. The thought had popped into my head on its own, but my entire being rejected the idea. The woman took my hand, trying to comfort me, and my panic began to subside. She squeezed my hand tighter and looked into my eyes. "My name is Miss Alina. This is Andy." The guy nodded silently. He hadn't taken his eyes off me. "Listen, dude, my eyes, they're up here, okay? I want to know what's going on." I started to shout. Gerald's grin and Andy's tense silence were getting to me. "Who are you? Answer me." "You have quite a temper, don't you?" "You have no idea." "I understand it's hard to accept, but it is true. You are dead." "That's enough prologue, Miss Alina. Every human is tested after their death. Some jump like you did, but not everyone gains their wings during their fall, so they fail. Then they follow their path, leading either to heaven or hell." Great. Could you imagine dying and all of a sudden you're put to more tests? Because you haven't gone through enough in life. "But though there are those, such as yourself, who succeed. They are the chosen ones, and you stand among them. Andy here was also chosen." She gave him a little nudge from behind, but he only nodded his head slightly, watching me with half-open eyes. I swear to God I saw an evil smirk there for a second. "What does being chosen mean?" "The chosen are invited to enter our Angels and Demons Academy." "The Academy is critical to both the mortal world and ours. It keeps the balance." "From time to time, you will descend to Earth to help people stay on the path of either good or evil. Help them make a choice, be it right or wrong." Oh my God, am I hallucinating? Is it really just happening? As though she could feel my fear, Miss Alina took my hand again. "You'll gain power. You'll see immortality from a different perspective. New prospects will open for you." Bro can't talk, I swear to God. If you start doing sign language, I'll understand it. Is it me or did he just smirk? You should have seen the evil look he gave a minute ago. The sky flickered and the distant waters began to fall, coming to gravity, but only for a moment before they began to rise again. "It's time. You must decide." "Decide? But how can I agree to something I don't really understand?" Miss Alina saw something in my eye. She recoiled sharply and nodded to Gerald. "She's ready." Cryptic bullshit. Gerald slapped me on the back. I fell to my knees and my eyes flicked with tears. A sharp pain pierced my shoulder blade and I screamed. I suddenly fell silent, scared by the sound of my own screams. And Andy knelt down in front of me to look me in the eye. "We'll all go through this. It's okay. Just breathe." He kept staring into my eyes as though he could somehow take my pain away. But the pain only grew. I felt my skin tearing apart, like something inside of me was trying to escape. "Let them out. Set them free." "Just give birth to, I'm guessing, your wings. Just give birth." "Relax. Just let go." I lifted my head, looked at him. He was focused and calm. He was studying my face. He stared at me as I pressed my lips together. I heard a loud, tearing sound followed by a rustle. The pain disappeared, leaving only a pulsating sensation in my back. I looked over my shoulder and froze. Oh, we get to choose our wing color, okay. Choose your wings. Interesting. Eye-catching. Simple. Oh, so we only get 2 sets of wings. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about eye-catching. I really don't know. You know what? Why not? It's your wings, I'm assuming, for the rest of the book, and you can't change them, right? Alright, here we go. I'm hoping. Now you are one of us. You can change your outfit and hairstyle at any time by tapping the wardrobe. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I swear to God if I change the wings. Mother. Alright, just go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm mad. They'll tell you the rest at the academy. Still staring in disbelief, I tried to spread my wings. A few drops of blood splattered on the ground. Don't rush. You'll be able to fly soon enough, but for now, give your wounds time to heal. I didn't think immortals could feel pain. Pain allows us to feel alive, and it keeps us in check. The Sea Dragon will take you to the academy. Fear. Hearing his name, Fear immediately jumped up and shook his head excitedly. Andy, will you bring her up to speed? He nodded, looking at me. Would you stop staring at her? Have some shame. He looks disgruntled. Gerald took me by the waist and helped me onto Fear. Wait, what if I fall? That would be an excellent time to learn to fly. Good luck. We'll see each other again, Vicky. But the dragon suddenly jolted forward. I instinctively grabbed onto him and he took off into the sky. I leaned into him, wrapped my arms around his thick, rough neck. The winds blowing past us were so strong that I was afraid even to think about how fast we were moving. I squeezed my eyes shut. Hey, you're missing the best part. Hearing his voice, I forced my eyes open. Oh, this is so beautiful. The breathtaking view made all of my fear vanish. I stretched out one hand and plunged it into a puffy cloud. This is worth dying for. Tears came to my eyes, but not because of the wind. I started to cry and leaned into the dragon more as if trying to console myself. I was mourning myself and my life. I'm dead. What about Dad? I cried my heart out. And he saw that something was off and flew closer. Is everything alright? Some choices may improve your relationships with other characters. Share your worries. I don't want to be dead. I want to be alive. The wind was so loud that I needed to shout so Andy could hear me. His face twisted in a pained expression. Felt sincerely sorry for me. I'm sorry, but you're dead. You can't go back. Give it some time. You'll make peace with it. Andy was flying beside us. He fluttered his wings lazily and only occasionally, but that was enough to keep him afloat. When he wanted to overtake us, he straightened his posture and pressed his arms to his side. And if he flapped his wings energetically, his speed would increase dramatically. Why isn't he afraid to fly this high? Because he has wings, stupid! He flew back to me. How did you die? I don't remember. Dread and panic took over again. How could someone not remember how they died? I tried to search my memories, all I had left of a life I could now never return to. My name is Vicky Walker. My mom died when I was 5. I lived with my dad on Parkin Street. I graduated from University of Arts and was on my way home to celebrate with Dad. I was driving on. Bit by bit, my memories were coming back to me. I clung to fear and clenched my teeth. I remember. So, what happened? The steering wheel, the road, the boring landscape. A piece of paper and a cardboard display that took me years to earn, sitting in the passenger seat. I graduated. I look in the rearview mirror, there's nothing interesting, but something is bothering me. I turn on the highway and look again, a black minivan turns behind me. I start to fidget nervously. The car's been following me this whole while. I speed up a little to test my theory, the minivan speeds up as well. What the hell? I'm anxious, but I try to stay calm. Some choices are timed. Think fast. Great. Speed up. I floor it, sinking back into my seat as I speed up, frantically grip the steering wheel. But the minivan doesn't fall behind for long. But now I'm completely sure the van is following me. The driver must have changed their plan. They suddenly accelerate, change lanes, and catch up to me. What are they doing? Look around, but nobody's there. And suddenly, bam. They cut in front of me, forcing me to turn to the side. I lose control of the wheel. The car flies into a ditch. No, 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 no! And that's how we died. Yay, car accidents, aren't they fun? They killed me. Andy was staring at my teary face instead of looking where he was flying. Yeah, the sky is the highway. I guess you don't need to watch where you're going. Well, it sounds like you pissed somebody off. Fear must have felt my tears on their skin and started swirling around, forcing me to stop crying. Clung to the dragon, laughing and completely terrified at the same time. Andy broke into laughter, too. He's got a beautiful laugh. Fear doesn't like tears. They make him sad. Calmed down a little and started to enjoy the flight. After a while, Andy stopped laughing and, with a strong flap of his wings, returned to glide around us. Here's the school. It's so gothic. It doesn't seem very heavenly. Because what did you want? Drywall and a flag? What did you want? I miss the old architecture, I'm gonna be honest with you. Wait until you see the library in hell. I looked at the highest tower at the far end of the castle, and I couldn't help but gasp in admiration and awe. The sight of a seemingly endless hedge maze took my breath away. Andy changed position again and dived sharply. Here, follow me. The dragon lowered his head, and we started to descend immediately. I clung to him again. He smelled like the ocean, but also something else, something ethereal, as if the sky and the cosmos itself were part of him. We're getting close, and the closer we got, the more nervous I became. Andy had already landed and was waving us down. Come, Fear. Come here. Thump, thump, thump. The animal touched the ground carefully, shook his head with pleasure. Andy patted him behind the ear. Good boy. Welcome to the Angels and Demons Academy. A man was walking towards us with his head held high. He looked me up and down. Greetings, Angel Fantastical. You must be Vicky. Hello. Andy will show you around the academy, give you a brief introduction. Once you've settled in, we'll start our lesson. I strongly recommend that you ensure you're on time. Main hall, third door on the left. If I have to remember that. Is everything clear? I nodded. Angel Fantastical was about to leave, but then he stopped, turned around quickly, and looked down at me. Which side would you like to take after finishing your studies? I beg your pardon? Andy stepped away from Fear and spoke. Unlike birthright angels and demons, humans are considered unclaimed during their training. And neither hell nor heaven has called upon us directly. But after our training is done, we must join either angels or the demon.
It is if you succeed in graduating from the academy.
His lips stretched as if he wanted to grin maliciously, but he restrained himself.
So which is it?
Some choices increase angel or demon. Choose what is right for you. In the future, these values will affect the plot of the story.
I don't really know.
I mean, technically, you haven't decided yet. I'm assuming if you pick angel, you gain angel. If you pick demon, you gain demon, right? Angel for now, we'll see. This time, he couldn't hold back, and his face contorted in irritation.
Oh, really? Well, we'll see about that.
Then, Fincio turned, I'm gonna call him Fen from now on, and turned on his heel and strode the academy. What's his problem? Don't worry about it. He's hard on everybody. Andy stood in front of me and held out his hand. Shall we? Shall we what?
Take his hand, he's being polite.
I placed my hand in his. I raised my head and met Andy's blue eyes. They were sparkling joyfully. As an artist, I was mesmerized by the murals, statues, and overall decor. Even though a minute ago she was dissing the whole entire gothic medieval looking thing, but okay. Oh wow! I stopped walking suddenly, staring at the beautiful works, and Andy nearly crashed into me. Angels know a thing or two about architecture. He gently nudged me to keep me walking. Vicky, the lesson is about to start. Sorry. As we walked along the hallway, Andy tried to explain the rules of the institution. This place is called an academy, and it is, but it's different from the ones on Earth. Some of the angels and demons study here are a few centuries older than us. They're strong, much stronger than the unclaimed. And they don't like us much, so be careful. Let me guess. They think we're beneath them. I couldn't help but smirk sarcastically. Exactly. Yeah, I've watched quite a few movies. Everybody thinks we're beneath them. Humans were created in their image. Remember that. I thought we were created in God's image. Wah wah. That's how they relate to us, as mere drawings of themselves. We stopped in front of a door. This is where you'll live. Okay. Oh. I'm guessing diamond choice for the room. Naked female angels, everyone. Naked. Oh. Okay, I'm digging this room. It's got nice fiery sky. Bed's a little too regal for me, but I digress. Cozy room. Awe-inspiring room. Simple room. I mean... This one's a tough one, because I do like the angels and everything else in the room, but then I look at this room and I did like the thing. Listen, I'm in heaven, I get to embellish a little, right? Well, technically an academy, but I do. A young woman was lying on one of the beds, swinging her legs up in the air. A pair of red wings was idly fluttering on her back. When we came in, she looked up at us and rolled onto her side to get a better look. Are you my new roommate? Okay, she gotta be a demon, let's be honest right there. I wasn't sure what to say, so I looked at Andy. That's right. So, be nice, Mimi. Amy rolled her eyes and got out of bed and came up to me. You're lucky to have me as a roommate. She looked me over and smiled and spun around and returned to her bed. Mimi stretched out and stuck out her rear end, well aware of how tight her pants were. Why not? Keep staring. I got lost in my thoughts and kept staring at Mimi the entire time. Her body was so beautiful, devilishly beautiful. It's no wonder angels and demons think they're better than humans. Mimi turned around as she knew I was watching her. She appreciated your interest in her. Her lips curled upward almost into a smile. You're definitely a demon. Get settled in for now. Make sure to be on time for your lesson. And he nodded, and Mimi touched my shoulder and amiably and disappeared into the hallway. As soon as the door closed, Mimi sat down, starting to observe me more carefully. I thought she was already laying down. What's your name? Vicky. I'm Mimi, daughter of Maman. Shivered at her words. Andy's right. I'm in the presence of real mythical creatures. These aren't humans. What's it like to be a demon? The question made her laugh for some reason. Her laughter was resonant, girlishly gentle. Oh, what's it like to be a human? I smiled. Mimi's gaze shifted to something behind me, then returned to me again. She smiled slyly. The clock in this room is a little slow. You're already running late. What? Angel Fincio. You're in his class, right? He doesn't like when students are late, especially the unclaimed. Amy turned around and laid on the bed as if nothing had happened. I froze at the door for a second, then dashed into the hallway. Angel Fincio told me third door on the left. Yay for having a speed memory. I knocked softly and peeked into the classroom. Fincio was standing at his desk, looking at a piece of paper in front of him. Come in, Vicky. You're right on time. Thank you. I spotted Andy among the students and sat down next to him, relieved. Sorry, I was almost late myself. You couldn't have told us that as you left, you prick. Wanted to come to get you for class, but Angel Fincio nearly pulled me in here by force. He fell suddenly silent and smiled as he thought of something. Oh no, we'd have to go back to school again. Tell me about it. Angel Fincio leaned against the edge of his desk and folded his hands in front of him. Many of you already know this, but let's review for the newcomers. Shot me an angry look. The Angels and Demons Academy keeps the balance on Earth and maintains the peace between heaven and hell. Good cannot exist without evil and vice versa. But there is a line that should never be crossed. An angel can never be with a demon, and a demon can never be with an angel. Since you are unclaimed and have not yet decided which side you're on, you are forbidden to get close to either of them. This is the most important rule that you must never break. Well, I'm already flirting with danger in my room, so... ruh-roh. And believe me, you don't want to experience that punishment for disobeying it. Unlike you, angels and demons were born here. This is their home. Your home was down there. Your relatives, friends, jobs, cats, dogs, and whatever else. Forget about it all. His voice was getting angrier. It was as if he wanted to strike fear into our hearts, and with it, an uncomfortable truth. You're dead. Your home is here now. You are forbidden from making any contact with your former life. He turned around and took the piece of paper and stared at it again. You will learn from both angels and demons. All demon faculties are in hell.
So if you're faint of heart, you'll have to endure. And one more thing. While on Earth, you'll take on the appearance of others, people who are long dead. Apart from the color of your eyes, nothing will reveal your true identity. Angels, demons, and especially you, are not able to take the forms of living people. This is a necessity, so that nobody recognizes you. However, you will perceive one another and yourselves as normal. Changing your human form without permission is strictly forbidden. Is everything clear?
He asked the whole class that, well, looking directly at me, I stayed silent.
Great. Today there will be no specific assignment. Today you will only decide what will be the lesser of two evils for your protege, or the greater depending.
Vencio explained the assignment briefly.
And now to the vortex.
Pulled on Andy's sleeve. What's the vortex? Oh, you'll like it. It might be scary at first. Okay. Everyone was crowding next to a tunnel, which swirled downward. One by one, the unclaimed took a long jump and dove into it. I took a step back, afraid that my turn was coming up next. Andy squeezed my arm just for a moment and smiled. Oh, just don't be afraid. You weren't afraid of jumping into the abyss. This should be a piece of cake. He turned to me and leaned back into the vortex. Andy! I moved closer to see if everything was alright, but Angel Fincio's extended hand blocked my way.
Come on, it's your turn.
Can I?
No.
He pushed me from behind. I fell into the vortex. That was it for the first episode. Actually short and sweet. I'm not even gonna complain. Let's do it. I feel a bit confused and what the actual hell and we're kind of thrown into this, right? It made a little no sense actually. Like the whole fact that Andy left the room right when I was gonna be late and then I'm gonna be late. Like, dude, you're leaving me hanging on the day of the academy. When there's also no time to settle. Like, you died, bro. Like, you died. I don't know how to feel. You're just thrust into this bullshit. Like, I don't feel like we're lucky. I feel like we're, I don't know, being mistreated. I don't know, 4 stars for the first episode. We'll see. I also see that there's no, like, tutorial thing where things go, this is Demon, this is Angel, this is Glory, like, there's not even an option for that, even though this time I was going to pick no tutorial thingy, so interesting. No extra diamonds today, alright, fine. See you and I raise you, God help me. So we spent, what, 104 on the one choice, we got 30 back, I believe? So, yeah, no, starting this. Everybody told me that I should really start playing Heaven Secret, especially since I love Astria's, so here we are. We're finally doing Heaven Secret. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tune in for more. Planning on doing more. I know that the whole PC and like us without a PC for like 5+ months kind of put a burden on literally and figuratively a lot of things. We did recently finish Astria, in case you didn't know. There is quite a few other things that we need to finish, right? There's 5 chapters of that. I have 7 chapters of that, and we're gonna start working on the. So let me know in the comment section what ones you would like to see besides doing more Heaven Secret. But you know, let me know. I know some people have said the Code Blue medical drama is a good one, kind of like Open Heart, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace.